Alright, it has been a minute since the last Sisters of Battle recording, the last Adeptus Sororitas recording. I've had my birthday in the meantime, as well as a few other things. Now, if memory serves, yes, we've got this army pushing to the west. We've just run into the Necrons, which is not super great, though the Sisters aren't a terrible race to run against the Necrons with. They're just not... Necrons aren't super great to run into as your first time playing any race, really. But I think I'll be able to deal with it. I'll be able to live with it just fine. Now, I do remember this space down here was largely unexplored, which is unfortunate because it looks like there's a couple good resources down there for me to take. This army that's out here out west, let's see, I don't really want to be pushing in on the Necron territory. I'd prefer not to start that fight if I can help it. So, I will instead be pushing out over here to the northwest. Now, I don't remember what I was particularly looking to do with this army. So that is going to be one interesting question. I'm going to assume I was just sweeping through, taking outposts and killing barbs, which would be generally what you do most of the time. In the early game, as really anyone. Wouldn't be too shocking. Let's see. Oh wow, the Sisters of Repentia do so much damage, right? Okay, well in that case, yeah, that's just everybody's done their bit of damage, and now the Canoness should be able to move onto the spot the Genestealer cultists were taking, yeah. Want her in the lead, she takes the least damage. Let's see, doesn't she also have, yeah, she has Shield of Faith, and doesn't she also have, yes, a Rosarius, that all gets put together to make her absurdly tanky. What's her level 6 ability? Ignore range damage reduction, increase damage taken by target enemy unit. Interesting, okay. Let's see. What abilities do we already have? Divine Deliverance, where she deals morale damage and so do adjacent Sisters units. That's a passive ability? Really? Huh. And Lead the Righteous, which increases the accuracy of nearby allied Adeptus Sororitas units. We'll take Death Before Disgrace as well, just in case we end up needing it. Let's see, here back in Sternsport, we are ready to, for one thing, order another unit of Sisters. Gotta be careful with those, because we don't want to end up losing out on requisition, because we do spend it to build our buildings. Now, hang on, let's see, where are we in the research tree? We do have the Ministorum Workshop. Okay. Did we ever get to work on a Ministorum Workshop? No, it doesn't look like we did. Well, in that case, we will probably want to go ahead and get to work on the Ministorum Workshop. And that will take quite a while, but it will ideally pay off. I need to soon... Hang on. I should set to work on another city. So I'm going to order a Hospitalier as well. I'm going to go ahead and not order a new infantry unit, though. Now, whatever barbarians were down here, I believe were not that deadly to begin with, and I believe they've probably been attacked by the Necrons. I want to say I remember seeing the Necrons down south a little ways. Okay, a little bit of a, Vespids, that's annoying. Oh, I didn't realize I was moving my Sisters of Repentia either. That's worse, that's much worse. Because they're going to take a lot of damage. I guess that's what they're there for, though. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit of a pain moving up here, but I would like to take that fermentation pool and the 2 free requisition it gives. As 2 free requisition is nothing to sneeze at. The Undergloop? This is called the Undergloop? Big points to whoever named that. And I mean that both within the game and without. Whatever developer came up with the idea that regions should be called the Undergloop, big points to you, sir, because that's amazing. Let's see here. I guess we'll just have... The Canoness is at melee range. I mean, not at melee range, so she's not going to do much damage. Go ahead and end the turn. Oh! I hate the enslavers, every time. Need to run away, because they will just wreck our sister's unit and then steal it. Every time. Every time. Oh, it's terrible. I hate it. Hang on, let's run in another Sisters unit to do more damage, just to try and get rid of some bodies that the enslavers have. Okay, they're now down to 2 enslavers, which should ideally reduce the amount of damage they put out by quite a bit. Okay, heal those sisters up. Let's move the Canoness forward. She'll take the least damage. There we go. Gene Stealers. Doesn't matter. An extra set of Gene Stealers. Interesting. It's ultimately irrelevant, though, because the Canoness takes, like, no damage. And we will have the Sisters Serpentia here move in and finish off these Gene Stealers. Alright. We got anyone else left that needs orders? This unit of Sisters Serpentia, which should just stay near the Hospitaliers because they need healing. This unit of Sisters should also stay somewhat close. Okay, let's go ahead and take this Jacaro encampment. Free influence, not bad. There is an old one artifact, plus 10% damage boost to all units would be quite nice, so I'll be glad to take that. Okay, there's some flayed ones. They are slowly moving towards my city. I remember that being an issue, but I doubt they'll make much of a dedicated assault. Oh, hello, Gene Stealer cultists taking Overwatch attacks. Let's see, okay, we have researched the Saint Celestine. She's probably going to be quite expensive, I'm gonna guess. Let's see, how much does Saint Celestine cost? Because if memory serves, oh yeah, 6 requisition and 12 influence. That's about what I expected for someone who is, for all intents and purposes, the good equivalent to a greater demon, I believe. I believe the Saint Celestine came into the lore after I got kind of, I don't want to say out of the lore, because I still like Warhammer 40k, but I'm not nearly as aware of a lot of it. The sisters have always had living saints on some level, haven't they? The Saint Celestine is just like an important named one, I think. So, either which way, yeah, she, to my understanding, is supposed to be like the Emperor's equivalent of a demon. So, you know, a much more, aesthetically appealing equivalent to a great unclean one, I suppose you could say, if there is such a thing. Let's see. Oh, hey! Recruit hounds. Hate those things. Go ahead and shoot them. They're gonna get away, but as long as we can annoy them. Okay. Let's see. We got novitiate recruitment. Oh, I did want just about everything off of a couple of these tiers. But I should push ahead until I get the Sanctified World ability, because that's probably amazing. Let's see. The Castigator tank. Infantry armor. Armor penetration of assault weapons. What counts as an assault weapon? Does a bolter count as an assault weapon? No, it doesn't. Okay. Well, in that case, we will be going for... the Castigator is probably pretty good. We'll go for that. Get a nice, good perspective of that played one's unit sitting around doing nothing. Thank you, game. Woo! Relay pipes. We'll take that old one artifact as well. There is a unit of enslavers, unfortunately, so we're going to have to peel out, but we were able to take the artifact for a second. Okay. Hospitaliers need to be doing some more healing. Let's go ahead and heal these Sisters Repentia, because boy, do they need it. And let's see, Recruit Hounds. Here? More likely than you think. And there they go. We need to run down that one unit of enslavers so they don't get away, because they could be more of a problem in the future. I'll keep these Sisters Repentia somewhere close to the Hospitalier, just in case the Hospitalier needs protection. Oh, good lord. Oh, yep, there we go. Recruit hounds. And they go for the Sisters Repentia because the Sisters Repentia take way more damage. Oh my god. That is a lot of damage. The Groot Hounds just annihilated those sisters. Wow. Well, we're definitely going to heal the sisters. That's not going to even be enough to really save them, though. Can we go ahead and try to save the other Sisters Repentia here? I don't think we're going to be able to. Yeah, this is not good. Let's see. How much damage can we do to these Groot Hounds? Not very much. Oh, I should have... Oh, it's a free action. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and, yeah, use the Solace and Anguish prayer. Excellent. These Battle Sisters will use their prayer. Try and do as much damage as they can. Maybe we'll get the Groot Hounds to run away. Guess we'll see. Okay, and we can get rid of that Groot Hound unit. Okay. I don't know if we've saved that Sisters Repentia. Probably not. The AI will probably be plenty willing to just throw itself at the... Throw itself to its death as long as it gets one of my units in exchange. Yeah, there's nothing... Nothing I can do here, I don't think. Guess I'll push ahead. Oh! Gene Stealer Cultists, alright. Not gonna do that much damage to them. A lot of Gene Stealer Cultists on this map. It's kind of crazy. Alright, the Canoness can step up and take the Overwatch from these Gene Stealer Cultists. It's nothing to worry about. And then do a lot more damage to the Neophyte Hybrids after doing a Prayer of the Passion. Does it make a difference? No, it doesn't. Well, either which way. Okay, these sisters are going to want to pull back. They can't really do anything to that Enslaver unit without putting themselves in harm's way, at least. Now, where would I want to put my second city? That's a good question. Okay, we were able to save that unit of Sisters Repentia. Thank God. Or thank the Emperor, rather, I guess. Okay, let's go ahead and have these Sisters Repentia get payback on the Groot, then. No reason to ever not have the Sisters Repentia attack since they're melee units. They just can't Overwatch. There we go. Okay, these sisters are going to need some healing. So we'll put them next to the Hospitaliers. While the rest of these sisters are going to move up here and start doing more damage to the Neophyte Hybrids. Probably can wipe them out this turn. Yes, there you go. Kind of doing the Necrons' work for them here, clearing out the area around their base. Let's see, can we get some decent hits in against these Enslavers? Yeah, that's not bad. Hate Enslavers. Love to see them die. Horrible creatures. Okay. And over here, yeah, the Hospitalier. Let's see. What could we really use more of? Sternsport is in a good spot for requisition. Maybe it would be smarter to go for... Yeah, right here. This spot right here. Where we get plenty of access to both energy and influence. So let's go ahead and go for that spot, yeah. And just to hold this spot, we'll go ahead and have these sisters camp out right here. While the city of Sternsport is good to order another unit from the Legatines Priori, I will not go for that because what I want right now is the Celestine, and the Celestine is a little bit beyond my means at the moment. If we put a city right there next to that Jacaro encampment, that's also going to be an easier way to go ahead and deal with those enslavers. Okay, we got double Castellans. Well, let's go ahead and pull out then. Hang on. We'll push ahead and kill these Neophyte Hybrids off. And then claim the Jacaro encampment for ourselves, just for the free influence. Keep the army together somewhat. Heal these sisters, they need it. And these Sisters Repentia will push on ahead, while these Battle Sisters will keep close to the Hospitaliers because they can provide overwatch. We'll take that Jacaro encampment. 2 influence, up to plus 20 influence per turn. Very nice. The Canoness is ready to level up again. Let's see. Divine Deliverance seems quite good. Okay, let's see. That seems like a good city spot right there. Let's see, we'll go ahead and, yeah, plant a city right down here. Oh, I didn't even notice there is a Sororitas holy site right there. Silly me, I should have I'll take that next turn and then I'll build the city. Which, come to think of it, I should be paying more attention to the Jacaro encampment spot. The city that I want, where do I, okay. Let's see. Sternsport will expand out to here. Yeah, about this tile range. So if we put the city, the new city right here, we for one thing get the research from the Sororitas holy site, but we also would be able to build the borders of the cities right next to each other and not have this water tile waste a tile on my second city. Yeah, this makes more sense as a building spot anyways. We'll take this. Okay, and now we are ready to expand outwards here in this city, which is already making us quite a bit more of every resource, so that's nice. And these sisters will go ahead and hide inside the city to heal, which, come to think of it, I should check. Let's see. Sternsport has a unit of sisters hiding inside it to heal. They have probably been sitting there for probably 30 out of the 60 turns, I'm willing to bet. Okay, let's see. At a certain point, we should be pushing down south. Stealing some outposts from the Necrons, maybe? I don't know. There's a lot of territory around Sternsport we don't have scouted. We should be turning around now, I think. Let's go ahead and start doing that. So, we're going to also go ahead and set the Hospitalier to healing up the little bits of damage that the rest of the sisters have taken. Having a healer unit is so useful. And there we see the enslavers that I wanted to deal with. Alright, we have researched the Castigator tank. Excellent. It has the Castigator battle cannon, which can use the Sanctified shell. Has high armor piercing and blast. And it's heavy. Do they get to change ammunition types? Ah, they can switch between Sanctified and Pyre shells. I'm going to assume that the Pyre shell is on fire because every weapon that the Sisters Battle use is on fire. That's just like their whole thing, is they set things on fire. Yeah, if you got, if you got something that you're good at, keep doing it, I guess. I will go ahead and order the St. Celestine, because now we can afford her. And we will be expanding the city of Sternsport out, as we will be wanting to produce another one of these Ministorum workshops. Let's see, this tile right here probably could be quite good. I guess it makes no difference. I'll go here, yeah. And we will pick up an extra loyalty from taking that tile, so that'll be nice. Okay, we don't want the Sisters Repentia in the front, because they are the least tanky unit in my army. Let's see, let's get the Canoness up here so that the Hospitalier can heal her. There we go. And who else needs orders? This Sisters Repentia here. We'll have this Sisters Repentia wait for the rest of the army to catch up. Okay, for research. Let's see. Oh, the Celestian Sacrosancts. Are those the sisters that have the sword and shield set up? Oh, right, we can get prayers on all our sisters' units, can't we? Oh, that's something I probably should have been looking into earlier. Nonetheless, yeah, I guess I'll look into that. Yeah, I'll go ahead and go for that. The ability to have all of my units heal themselves would be quite nice. Okay. Let's go ahead and make the Enslaver unit mad. That sounds like fun. We weren't able to kill any of their models, but we were able to do a decent chunk of damage, nearly a third of their health. Okay, and the slow push back home. It is tempting, the idea of stealing some of these outposts off of the Necrons. I don't want to make them too angry, because we don't have much in the way of armor piercing. Matter of fact, what we should be looking into is armor piercing. Yeah, well, it'll come after this tech. Speaking of armor piercing, yeah, let's see. We'll be working on the Anointed Hangar after the Ministorum Workshop, but I want to make sure to get the economy off the ground in our most important city. Dominican Repose has expanded onto the Jacaro encampment and has got influence to show for it. And let's see. Energy, I could use more energy. So let's go ahead and go for that as our first development from the city of Dominican Repose. Oh! Wow, they can really just enslave any unit. Like, there's supposed to be a morale thing there. There's supposed to be where it's only at a certain point of morale loss that they can enslave a unit. But, hang on, let's look at it. Oh, no, it's really, they can just enslave any unit they want anytime. Okay. That's useful to know. This whole time I was under the impression that, only units with low morale could be enslaved, but evidently not. Well, I don't want to hit my own battle sisters, but I may have to, just to stop them from being a threat to the other sisters. Okay. Hang on, let's see. Let's move these sisters up. We'll get them healed. This sister unit we will tell to stay in place so they can cover the rear, just in case the Necrons show up to attack. And we will end the turn. Yeah, that's about what I expected to see. Those sisters are probably just going to throw themselves at the wall of Dominican Repose until they die. So let's give them time to do that, and then we'll push the remaining sisters' units out to deal with those enslavers. Okay, let's see. Dominican Repose here. Yeah, we wanted to get to work on energy economy, so we will do just that. The Necrons have to be up to something. Only way they could be up to nothing is if they have some kind of threat they're facing to the west or the south, which I doubt they do. Oh, something killed the enslavers. Interesting. It's probably Necrons. That's simultaneously a relief and also very worrying. Oh boy, we got a lot of wireweed to go around here. And the Hospitaliers are way back here to actually do any of the wire cutting. Ugh. Okay. Yeah, we need to go backwards and get the Retributors. Retributors? Probably Retributors. Stupid Latin. Oh! Okay. Let's see, we got a lot of wireweed to cut here. But getting rid of it will be convenient for the rest of the army, so we'll get to work on that. The Sisters of Repentia will keep on running ahead because they run just that fast. I am shocked I did not lose that sister unit. That's kind of crazy. It is a good question of what is down here that killed that enslaver, but there's a Necron outpost on that Grux pasture right there, so we may have our answer in that regard. Okay. Oh, hello. Necron Immortals. These are an anti-vehicle unit, aren't they? I believe they're an anti-vehicle unit. I could be wrong. Oh, Eldar. This is my first time fighting against Eldar. Interesting. Okay, well, they know to go for the... The Immortals unit know to hit the Hospitaliers first, so... They're wise to that. Let's see. What is this? Is this an anti... Right, it's more of an anti-infantry tool, but it's one that lacks armor piercing. Right, that's the whole gimmick. Okay, what is this? Right, the silver stake gun, so it just only hurts Psykers, really. Do the Necrons even have Psykers? I don't remember. Alright, well, it's time to start clearing up this wireweed. Let's see, is there anything we can take off the Necrons here? Because if there's going to be any aggressions, then they probably just started. Because I doubt they're going to be happy about me killing that Immortal unit. Okay, we have 3 Ministorum Workshops. That's about the point where I get comfortable. If I don't get greedy, then that's the reasonable point to stop, generally. We're going to need more energy, so Dominican Repose will get to work on that. Let's see here. We are going to need a population cap building soon, but we also more urgently need a loyalty building. So let's go ahead and get to work on the loyalty building, as that's the one that always hurts if you ignore it. Meanwhile, these Sisters Repentia, let's send them, down south, see if they can't contribute to whatever war effort we're about to run into with the Necrons. They do have good armor piercing. The only issue is they'll probably get killed before they can reach the front lines. Okay, let's see what's going on down here. Go ahead and take that old one artifact. Free damage. Not bad. Let's see. More Eldar are probably going to be moving through and taking a lot of my outposts, or evidently a singular Vespid. Which is more insulting, really. Okay. Come to think of it, the Hospitalier, should they heal themselves? Yeah, it'd probably be smart. It's annoying because it means it'll take more time to clear out that wireweed, but it's better to be safe. Probably want to leave a Sisters unit with them just to keep them safe as well. Okay, let's see. Let's go ahead and... Oh, flayed ones. Excellent. Let's do a bit of damage to these guys. Yeah, we're doing a not bad amount of damage. There we go. Were these guys just camping out here in my backyard? Okay, well, the Sisters Repentia are going to wreck these flayed ones. It's going to be ridiculous. The aggressions have definitely started here. I suspect it will not be too long before I see a ludicrous quantity of Necron warriors, immortals, and/or flayed ones at my front door. There we go. I'll take that free extra 2 power. Oh, I see! I can spend 10 influence to heal all units that have the Shield of Faith ability. Is that not all of my units? But yeah, every turn... What? What? That's crazy. That can't be how that works. That's super good. That sounds broken. That does not sound fair. That does not sound fair and balanced. Whew. Okay, we've got our energy economy a little bit more online. Let's see. We're going to want to set up an influence economy soon, especially with the rate that we could end up spending influence here. So let's expand into this tile and tear up the cityscape there. More flayed ones. Do they do decent damage against Sisters? Yes, they do. I assume they do ludicrous amounts of damage to Sisters Repentia, and we got our Retributors. Excellent. So, that will be quite a bit of a quite a bit of help, especially if the Necrons bring to bear a lot of vehicles, which, in my experience, they do enjoy their vehicles. Let's keep tearing up the wireweed here. Let's see. Destroyers, heavy destroyers. These guys are anti-vehicle, aren't they? Yeah, that doesn't look bad against anybody, but it's probably more of an anti-vehicle thing. Nonetheless, we will go ahead. Oh! Hello. Interesting. Oh, that's a lot of damage. Well. Is the Destroyer Lord a Psyker? No, he isn't. Well, the Canoness might die here. It's unfortunate, but if we can take this outpost just for laughs anyways. Okay. These sisters could move up, but they probably take the Overwatch hits. So let's move them up just enough where they can lend some fire to the heavy destroyers. There we go, we've done some morale damage. Necrons being Necrons, they'll fully heal in the next turn anyways, but it's nice. The idea of doing damage to them is nice. Okay, let's see. We got another Promethium relay pipes to steal down here. And for our next research, let's see, do we have any more armor-piercing units that we've skipped over? Doesn't look like that's the case. Oh, Zephyrim. Alright, what's to do with that? Okay, the Necrons are pulling back. They don't like their odds over there. Fair enough. Let's see. Oh, a Necron Lord. Great. Hate those guys. And he's probably going to wreck the most of the Sisters Repentia. Yeah, he did a lot of damage. Let's see. Despise Necron Lords. They can tank so much damage, it's absurd. How much damage could I do to the Necron Lord with the Sisters Repentia? Oh, that doesn't sound bad at all. Let's go ahead and pray first. And then we will do quite a lot of damage to that Necron Lord. Sisters Repentia might be really good against the Necrons, apparently. I'm not really that shocked, honestly. Okay, let's run the Canoness back and have her heal. These ladies will have stand around, just in case they are needed elsewhere. Or rather, needed to defend the line against any incoming Necrons on that little choke point there. Let's see, for remaining units that need orders, these sisters will take this Promethium relay pipe. Thank you. If memory serves, Necrons do like their energy quite a bit, so if we can steal some from them, that would be great. We're just going to have this sister unit hold their ground. Alright, Stern's Port, let's see. We will go ahead and order a unit of Zephyrim, just to test them out, see if they are as effective as I am hoping, while we work on another loyalty building. And down in Dominican Repose, let's see. We are about ready to get started on a influence... Yeah, we're ready to get started on working on the influence economy here. I should probably look into building another infantry or vehicle building in Dominican Repose, though. Let's see. Battle chapels produce population limit and requisitions. Anointed hangars produce requisition and research. Legatine priorities produce influence and loyalty. Well, all of them sound good, really. Okay. Probably time to start pushing ahead in the research tree now. Let's see. Celestian Sacrosancts. No, let's go for the Exorcist. Anti-armor sounds good. There's the majority of the Necron army. And there goes those Sisters Repentia. They did what they were supposed to. Die in the line of fire. Or not. The last destroyer has to finish them off, right? No. Well, in that case, I'm going to go ahead and pop Sacral Vigor. There we go. And these Sisters Repentia are going to run away. Let's see. Yeah, let's go ahead and keep pushing on over here. My god, Sacral Vigor did so much healing to the Canoness that she didn't have to bother going back. Okay, Saint Celestine. By default, she has this thing, which sounds quite good. 108% accuracy. Okay, and she also can shoot lasers from her sword. Naturally, can't you? Let's see, she can fly, naturally. And after dying, St. Celestine immediately comes back to life. What? Only once every 10 turns. Okay, that makes more sense. She is fearless. She has 11 health, 10 armor, 14 morale. She can move 3 tiles per turn. She has hit and run. She ignores enemy zone of control. She has the armor of St. Catherine. She removes 33% of all incoming damage. On death, she reduces morale loss of all sisters' units. Okay. Oof. What? Oh, they don't get experience or morale from killing her. That's nice. She gets Shield of Faith. You can only produce 1 Celestine. That makes sense. Okay, yeah, and let's see. What does she get from leveling up? As if she needs anything. Oh, good lord, she can call down a ray from the heavens. She, once every 5 turns, restores the morale of all nearby units. She can heal herself. And she grants 4% damage reduction to all nearby units. Well, we're going to go for healing here. Because that sounds absurd. And there we go, an additional damage reduction. And what I'm going to do, because it is wacky and sounds funny, is I'm going to immediately fly in and, oh my god. Well, they didn't get to do Overwatch because the Sisters Repentia took all their attacks. So, let's go ahead. Who takes more damage here? These ones. Excellent. Very nice. Let's see here. Now, back in Sternsport, we will go ahead and get to work on nothing from the hero building, because that would take influence, which is not something... I don't really need any hospitaliers, and I'd rather generate more influence than I spend for a moment, because evidently the sisters can spend influence on some very nice stuff. Let's see, we are producing Zephyrin, but we need to get another battle chapel set up if we want to get sisters out at any good rate here. Let's see, the sisters hospitalier, ready to... Let's go ahead and have them move up. We've already made a hole in the wireweed. We don't need any more. And let's get the Sisters Repentia back to and ready to fight, because they do so much damage to the Necrons. It is ridiculous. Okay, we've got more Immortals there, but they're not going to do much damage. They're not armor-piercing, apparently. Are they going to run away? It looks like they're kind of running away here. Okay, how much damage do regular Necron warriors do to Celestine? Nothing! They do no damage to the Celestine. The Heavy Destroyer probably does quite a bit, yeah. Oh, that's actually not bad damage. I was kind of expecting the Immortal to suck. Let's see. Yeah, he's going to take as much damage as it gives, though. If not a little bit more. Weren't the Sisters of Battle and Necrons both introduced in the lore, fighting each other? I almost want to say that was the case. Hey, is healing a free action? Oh my god, it is. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. It's absurd. The St. Celestine might be able to take on their entire army by herself at later levels. This is nonsense. Hang on, let's heal these Sisters Repentia back up to full. And then we'll have them go in, and can they finish off the Heavy Destroyers? Yes, they can. Amazing. Okay, I'm starting to see why people are saying the Sisters are a little bit broken. Because Necrons ordinarily stomp me every time. I am no good against Necrons. And no, this time I'm just stomping them. No cares given. Yeah, if I can get more of a Sisters of Repentia production line going here, then yeesh. How much damage does Sisters of Repentia do to cities, come to think of it? Alright, let's go ahead and clear this tile here, because it's a waste of space. I don't need that forest there. I don't need the requisition it gives. Those are loyalty buildings. Actually, we'll hold off on that for now, because right now I'd really prefer to prioritize production of... Now, you know what? I'm going to clear the tile, and then I'm going to put the battle chapel on that tile. Yeah, end the turn. Let's see, we're probably going to go ahead and issue another healing prayer here, as these sisters down here are probably about to take quite a bit of damage. Oh, no, they're going to get away. We'll go ahead and issue the healing prayer anyways, though. And we'll have the Saint Celestine continue the warpath, because she just don't stop killing. I'm not sure she can be stopped. She's a little bit crazy. My God. Now, the Canoness will just follow on her trail, I suppose. Okay, the Saint Celestine did take quite a bit of damage from these Destroyers and these Necron Warriors. But I'm really thinking the Saint Celestine, I'm going to want her to sit on a Jakaro encampment and buy a bunch of ridiculous items to make her more OP. Because this is already nuts. Now, Necrons being Necrons, I'm sure that they are going to try and dump all of the influence ever into healing their units back up. But how much is that going to cost them over time? Now we'll heal these sisters first. They're ready to move anyways. I think taking out the Necrons is going to have to be my next priority here. Disregarding outposts and just trying to focus on hitting them. Let's see, we've got this space cleared up on this tile here, so we'll be putting in a battle chapel. Here we go. Now... Oh, I already... Yeah, okay. Now, they may be able to throw everything they've got at the Saint Celestine. I'd be curious how much damage that would do. Okay, we're going to go ahead and throw out another healing prayer. Another Sacral Vigor. There we go. And the amount of damage that they have dealt to Saint Celestine has quickly become more and more irrelevant. This is ridiculous. Oof. Can I go ahead and finish off those Immortals with these Battle Sisters? Because I can just keep pumping influence into the Sacral Vigor ability. And the Necrons, who are ordinarily themselves pretty fond of spending ludicrous amounts of influence to heal up any damage they take, they're not going to be able to handle this. The shoe is on the other... The proverbial shoe is on the other proverbial foot, as they say. Do they say that? I don't think they do. At least not so proverbially. Well, I think here, as I am about to apparently push the Necron shit in, it's probably the good place to wrap it up. As it will come back for the next episode, they'll be a lot more focused on the Necron fight. But, yeah, wow, I very quickly have gone from thinking the Sisters of Battle were just kind of the Space Marines, but vaguely slightly different, to, oh no, that is a huge change that makes the Sisters of Battle absurdly strong. So, definitely curious to see what other insanity they can pull off in the following episodes of this series. Yeesh. And I suppose I will see you then. Later, folks.